Welcome to Nex Talks. I'm Nex, and this is where I talk. Today's episode is going to be all of 2 minutes long because I failed to include a couple of things in my last episode about seasonal affective disorder, and I wanted to be sure I mentioned them. The first is the name of the condition itself, seasonal affective disorder. My entire 35 years of living, or at least as long as since I first heard of SAD, I have always referred to it as seasonal affectiveness disorder, which sounds close, but does have a slightly different meaning and connotation. My version, effectiveness, would actually be SED, because effectiveness with an E relates to how well something is done. This condition is not directly related to how well you can do things, it's related to your mood. In the medical and psychological worlds, affect with an A is your mood, your general demeanor. When you're feeling neutral, numb, or apathetic, you can appear to have a, quote, flat affect, meaning you're not really expressing or emoting many mood changes. You appear to have a flat mood, so to speak. A negative affect is a mood characterized by unpleasant emotions, distress, and/or a more negative outlook or mindset. A positive affect is a mood characterized by pleasant emotions, a sense of vitality, and/or a more positive outlook and mindset. So I would hypothesize there may very well be a correlation between a negative or flat affect and how effective you are at completing tasks and moving toward your goals. And I assume that's why I've always called it that, because when I'm experiencing it, I have low mood and I feel very ineffective. But I was technically wrong, and I learned something from it. I hope you did too. The second thing I failed to mention in my last episode was light boxes. A light box is a type of lamp used to simulate therapeutic levels of daylight to offset for the shorter and colder days of winter. They're not going to give you a tan, but they might help lift your mood and get you to turn that frown upside down. I was surprised to learn in my research for this episode that bright light therapy, or BLT, has been shown to be effective since SAD was first identified in the 1980s. I say it's worth a try, assuming that moving to Florida isn't on your list of things to do this week. I would love to hear your experience with light boxes if you have any. I've never tried them myself, but the research seems pretty strong. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Nex Talks. I'm Nex. I talked. I hope you liked it. If you'd like to help me be able to keep sharing information like this, you can support me here monthly or directly on my website. If you'd like to add to this conversation, or if you have a different topic you'd like to hear me talk about, you can leave a comment or reach out to me on social media. Thanks again. Hope to see you on the next one.